Hey guys, Shiny Zekrom here, and I thought I'd show you how to get to Skylift, and there's actually a few different ways you can go about this. I will do separate clips showing you the three different ways you can get to this place, and the last one will be the way that is intended for you to use, but you can use either one of these three ways. Now, the first way, we're going to go up towards LC, Lanal Cavern. We're going to head back this way, and we are going to go this way and follow this path. It's on the way towards Winden, but not exactly. You want to go through here, and then if you keep following this path here, you just keep going this way, don't take any of the stairs, and just keep following this path around. Now, I'll take a quick detour and just quick point this out. This is the pink wall. This is going to have 18 Clefairy and 2 Cleffa, all of which have Friend Guard, and they all spam Minimize, Light Screen, Reflect, or Moonlight. So pretty much, unless you have like Mold Breaker, Pincer Sash, which breaks the Reflect and Light Screen, you're pretty much not going to really have a fun time there. But anyways, just saw I kept following the path, and if we keep going this way, we get to Mount Skylift. That is way number 1, and I'll be back to show you the second way, so I will see you guys then. Thought I'd make start from here and forgot to mention, right here there is a 1-floor dungeon that has a bunch of Gyarados named Invasion, and you pretty much have to use Fly or Dig in order to get past there, because it sets you at level 1, you can't have items, and if you die, yeah, if you complete, you complete it, but that's why. So anyways, we're starting about where we were with Lanal Cavern. However, take a little bit of detour on the path where I go, and if you have a water, ghost, flying, or Pokemon with Levitate, you can walk across this water, and then you can basically, I'll just show it here, you can basically follow the same exact path, and if you head up this way, take this path, that is another dungeon we'll cover soon, probably after this one actually, but you just follow that path. Instead, you just go over the water, and that's about it. I will be back to show you guys the third final path and the way I believe you are intended to use. See you guys then. Hey guys, I'm back, and here is the third final way to get to Skylift. Now, for this, there's a few ways you could actually go for the third way. You can use the cut tree next to Sunny Hillside, like I am here. You can use the cut tree that is right over here, which is just a little bit more further left, and it'll be a little bit more of a travel. But you can take that way, use cut, and then if we come back up this way, right here, you might have seen when we were doing the waterway, there's rocks you can smash. I believe this is the way they intend you to use, just so you can learn about Rock Smash, but you can easily get the Skylift without even needing Rock Smash. Just a water type, a flying type, a ghost type, or a Pokemon with Levitate. But yeah, you can use Cut, and then you can also do the little shortcut instead of needing Rock Smash. So really there are oodles of ways to get to this one, but I personally wanted to show the Cut and Rock Smash last because I feel that's the way they actually intend for you to use, just so you can learn that Rock Smash needs to be used a little bit more time. So anyways, let's head on into Skylift. Now, right away, apparently we're going to be talking about the mystery eggs right away. Well, after I talk about the recruits. Anyways, so Mount Skylift is a 36 floor dungeon that switches scenery after I should say at 16F and at 26F. Now, the recruits include these: Starly at dawn or day, Pidgey, Hoot Hoot at dusk and night, Wingull, Spearow, Chatot, Tailo, and these might sound weird, but you can actually recruit them: Swellow, Venomoth, Staravia during dawn and day, Skarmory, Swablu, Pelipper, and one more Pokemon I'll save for when we get to specific floors, because it's going to involve something that I mentioned in the last part. Anyways, there's a variety of weather that can appear here, so be prepared, because it can include sunny weather, it can include rain, it can be, what's the other one I'm thinking of? Foggy, cloudy, really a mixture of like anything. So definitely be prepared, because the Wingulls could have an advantage or they could have a disadvantage. This dungeon is also going to be a very important training dungeon, and I will show you why. It's mainly the later floors that are going to be the more important parts to your training, and I'll mention how it becomes good as we go on. But yeah, another important thing is that you can find honeys on the ground in this place. And think about it, you can find, I should say, you can find honeys all floors. So 1 through 36, you have chance to find honey on the floor. So I would definitely say, if you're going to take a Teddiursa honey hunting, here is a very highly recommended place by me. Anyways, at 6F, yep, here's the fog, and you can see them right around us actually. At 6F, Chadots will start to appear. I did mention they are recruitable, so if you want one, here you go. But, yeah. So, 6F, and then here is another one we get added, Swablu. Now, Swablu is also a very nice Pokemon, because not only does its evolution Altaria get refreshed by level up, both of them have the Cloud 9 ability. So now you have two different options for Cloud 9. The Psyduck line or the Altaria line at this point. Or third, the Lickitung family, but we never had luck with that. Regardless, besides all the recruits and stuff, there's plenty of like apples and ethers to go around in this place as well. So it's definitely worth it, because even if you don't bring items, you will tend to find a lot of them. Alright, now, as you kind of saw on the first floor again, we got honey. We got a mystery egg. The mystery egg Pokemon here includes Starly, Pidgey, Hoot Hoot, Venonat, and Spearow. In my opinion, that's actually kind of a good set of eggs for what this place is. Ooh, we got a honey. And we got a Pechaberry by pickup. Not bad. But, we're gonna see soon that the Pokemon are gonna change a little bit as well, starting on a specific floor if I can get to it. And we get another honey. Nice. I might even use... I haven't given these honeys to my main, but I might use a couple just to show what the training here can be. I mean, look at Laron, for example. He's up to 34%. That's pretty good. And he started 24? But we'll use Houndoom, I think, a little bit. And we get another honey. But on this floor, it actually starts... If I can actually find some. Wow. No luck yet? Dang. But if I can actually find some... Here we go. Skiplooms, I forgot to mention those are also recruitable. Skiplooms, Chatot, Venomoth, Staravia, Swellow, all those Pokemon start at 11F. Now, Staravia is probably something to watch out for because of Endeavor, and us getting misplaced did not help us. But, yeah, they can have Endeavor in that, or they can use Double Team, as that one just used, actually. And you also run into status conditions thanks to the skip loom, so make sure you have a refresher or you have rest at your hand. Oh my goodness, will you sit still? But yeah, as you can see, here's the cloudy weather. And it's just a bunch of... Oh, and here's another Pokemon. Skarmory starts, I believe, on 11F as well. So if you want one of those, go right for it. It's a nice Pokemon. Steel flying type, so it resists a good amount. But yeah, if anything, I really recommend trying to get a Swablu from this place. If you don't want Psyduck for your Cloud9er. Because then, for example, like, Swablu could walk over lava and Psyduck can't. Psyduck can really only walk over waters and that's it. But other than that, it's a pretty nice place to start with. I mean, Houndoom Musician's already gained 11% and I've only been using him for 2 floors. And after this floor right here, we are going to see a scenery change. Come on. Let's get to it. Oh, and here we are. Almost there, I mean. And there's the Venomoth. And we'll use Ember. And here is our scenery change. Nice little change. All dungeons do it. And, ooh, look at all that juicy experience right there. Line up all those Pokemon in one little area, and look at that. Just like that, you are getting a punch of experience. And you can find like max ethers in here as well as big apples, so it can be really, really helpful to get as many supplies as you can if you forget to like bring some into the dungeon with you in the first place. But yeah, I decided to use Houndoom and Lairon because it was basically all Starmie and Torterra in the last dungeon, so we really couldn't showcase much of these two because they would pretty much die. Now, Altaria is also on these floors, but I believe it is not it's not recruitable at all. So yeah, if you wanted to try and get Star or Altaria right away instead of having to grind up Swablu, hate to say it, but unfortunately you cannot do that here. But other than that, we're just gonna keep trying to kill everything in our path to get this nice experience, because everything's rounding within like the 300s in terms of experience, so it's really nice. Also, starting next floor, we have the chance of... Sorry about that, I kind of got distracted talking about things, and yeah. But as usual, when you get to dungeons that have 20 or more... Ooh, a couple eggs. We'll hatch these off screen, and if I get anything worth keeping, I'll definitely mention it. But, starting 20F as per usual, you can have a chance at finding shards on the ground, and you can see them by sparkles and whatnot. So, I mean, this place really has a lot to offer you, and I can't really finish talking about what I want to talk about yet because we're not at the deep floors, and the deep floors is where things really get picking up. So I'm hoping we can get to them as soon as possible. Oh, that's actually another thing I want to talk about. Be prepared to lose revivers sometimes, because I'll mention right now, a lot of the Pokemon here have the move Pluck, and they will pluck your supplies, and they can pluck revivers as well. So if you see it happen, be aware of that. It happens, and we're just gonna get healed up here. Oh, guess I misplaced this for some reason. But we'll just keep moving on. And we're almost there, just need a couple more floors. Alright, let's get rid of Altaria here. And we will have us an ether and a lepaberry and move on. Fog is deep, and I think I actually just missed a sparkle. I'll have to go and look at that because I'm really not sure. But I'm pretty sure I did see a sparkle. But yeah, we'll just keep trekking on. We only have this floor and the next floor, and then we can showcase the deep part. And there we go. Here's a honey on the floor. And last floor, another egg, but I think 3 is enough for us. Oh, a critical hit. Nice. Now, these eggs will tend to take a while to hatch, so make sure you are at least moving around your eggs in the party because... Oh, and it looks like Teddy picked us up one, and I didn't even notice that. But yeah, I would suggest moving around your eggs as much as possible if you pick any up. So, yeah. Get these guys out of the way and find those stairs so I can get talking about what... Oh, here we go. Now, what did I want to get talking about? Starting on these floors are a couple of things. One of which can be very, very good. And I'll mention it here. It is the old amber. This is the first place you can really obtain a fossil. How do you obtain it, you might ask? The way you obtain it is it's just like a shard. It is hidden in the ground, invisible, and it's a very rare chance of occurring. Do not think you're going to find it in one of your first runs. Because in all the times I've done Skylift, which trust me is more than enough times, I have only ever found one old amber. And it was just... I think it was a Pokemon that picked it up and dropped it. So, Pokemon can do that. But other than that, good luck finding it. As well as these floors, not only do they have old amber chances, but there are also secret rooms. They actually appear at a pretty decent rate, too. So, we might possibly see one. Who knows? But within these secret rooms are just a few different items, but one of which can be very useful. These items include TM Dragontail, the Feather Band, which is the useful one I'm talking about, and this allows you to live flying type moves with whatever, with 1 HP no matter what. So, if you really want one, I would maybe go for it, but I wouldn't say it should be like a priority to try it. But, yeah. Feather Band, there's also Huge Apple, Revival Herb, and Reviver Seeds. Now, it'd be awesome if we could find an SR and get a Revival Herb or a Revival Seed. And as you see, Kecleon shops are here. And as I click, there's TM Pluck, TM Aerialace, a couple Zinc Bands, and an Apple. So, kind of some typical stuff. And I also forgot to mention, a couple other TMs you can find include Acrobatics. You can find TM Gyro Ball here. And you can find TM... what was it? And it looks like we picked up another Mr. Egg, but TM Dragontail you can actually find on the floors here as well. Now, I think I might use some honey here just to show what it's like to really get around and train here. So, let's drink a max ether and let's use a couple honeys. See, look at that. Bam, lots of spawn. 1,412 experience. Let's spam a couple more, I guess. Oh, look at that. Look at all that experience. Bam, 1,766. And we're shooting up in percent. Look at all these Pokemon that are around us. And we're actually going to try and, I think, search this floor. Ooh, there's a sparkle over there. Maybe it has what we're looking for. Maybe it has an old amber. But anyways, like I said, I think we're going to search an SR because it seems like it's actually a 3-room floor. So there is a highly likely chance that there might be SR here. Now, there was a sparkle over here, and I do want to find that. And I guess it... Oh, and I found it, I think. I think it was that yellow shard, actually. But we'll keep clicking in this or we'll keep hitting enter, but I think that sparkle was the one. But yeah, and there you go, Houndoom, just like that, is level 36. So you can see, and basically every kill that our Houndoom's been getting has basically been 1%. So if you think it only requires like 100 of these top floor kills to really get any to get levels, and I didn't even get to see that because it's chat out spawned, but let's use the last couple honeys and get some more experience, right? Because I want to show this off. Look at that. Just by a couple kills later on, bam, 34% to suddenly 39%. Just, it's so good. Especially if you have a person that can get honey gather, or is like, brings a lot of honeys, you can get a bunch of experience here, and it's really worth it if you do this. Now we are going to, after killing the Skarmory, where is it? Not that move, there we go. We're gonna knock it out, and then we are gonna move on. But yeah, that's just a little bit of what this place can offer in terms of experience. It's so good. And I'll mention this also right now, more than likely I will be coming to this place a lot to do training. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot. Because this place, it's basically the place that most people train their 30s in, is this dungeon. And some people even go as far as training their level 40s in here, because it's that good of experience. So, I really oh, and we have reached 30F, which also means we have a silk chamber. Now, the items within the silk chamber include a nugget, sky silk, lumberry, revival herb. I believe revive is also in there. I'll make sure to list them, but yep, this is where you get your sky silk. So if you're looking for it for your flying types that you might have at this point, this is the place to hunt your sky silk. But anyways, we're going to quick search the rest of this floor because it looked like a fairly small floor as well. I really want to just genuinely find an SR by complete accident while actually going through a dungeon, not purposefully try and look for one, like honey drop in the Nile. I feel bad whenever I do that, to be honest, because it's just like I'm searching for it. Anyways, we'll quick go here, and I will be right back. Sorry about that. Time constraints really can get to the best of you, and it looks like... And do we live? Oh, yes we do. Phew! That got really close. I'm in some pretty small floors, and it looks like another honey, so we might actually try and get our, attempt to get our lair on. Oh, and there's pluck. Altaria just used it. I saw that. Where did it pluck, though? Plucked one number.
If you want that popcorn up in the cupboard, not this one, but there's a red one.
Okay.
Movie theater. It's all yours.
Okay. Sorry about that, sister, talking about popcorn. But, yeah, I guess we'll look for another SR, because this seems like another pretty decently small floor. I mean, most of the spawns were in this room, I'm pretty sure of that. Oh, darn. One of our foods went grimy. So yeah, I always recommend to bring like a cleanse orb and a revival herb, a cleanse orb and a recycle orb with you, just in case you run into grimy traps or the other stuff. So just be aware of that. Cleanse orbs and recycle orbs, I should have mentioned it last video, but I do recommend that trying to bring some along with you. And it looks like no SR. Doesn't look like we can go that way. Maybe this way for something? No. That actually was a one-room floor, even though it doesn't look like it is. But anyways, let's get rid of this grimy food. Oh, paralyzed us. Ew. But No, not you. I want Lara here to get this experience now. So let's do that. Let's use a quick orb so we can run around here. Just be careful if hit stun, that might also get you in this place. But for the most part, it's a pretty easy dungeon if you know what you're doing, so I definitely recommend training here. It is really, really good. Oh, and we get a reviver seed, sweet. But let's pick it up and let's try and finish this place, because I also forgot to mention there is a very useful HM at the end of this dungeon that not only is going to be very important later on for easier traveling around, which that might kind of give away what it is, but it'll also give us a little bit of a shortcut to some dungeon or some areas that we've already been to. That you guys can't wait to figure out what that is. And I think with Skylift, I'm pretty sure you could easily guess what the HM is without even having to come here. I should say on your own. But yeah, we'll look around, don't see anything. Head on to 35F. And I forgot to mention, secret rooms start on floor 26, and they... Oop, didn't want to do that. But they end on floor... what was I going to say? They start on floor 26 and will end on floor 35, the one we're on now. So, if you want to look for any of those SRs, now is the time to do it. It's 26 through 35. Anyways, we're on the last floor, so we just got a little bit more to persevere through, and it looks like running out of PP here, so we might want to try and complete this place quickly. Well, no. Let's use max ether that's back here. Another thing to be careful of is, as you saw there, Jump Puff does use Leech Seed, and every time you use an attack, you'll get some HP back or taken out of you. Oh, so that's the first instance of that kind of happening. I accidentally pressed enter on a tile that wasn't the poke, and I actually picked up a shard. So yeah, that can happen. So if you want to, that's another way. But as you saw, pickup can also be another good way to kind of easily find it, because hey, you can get heart skills in this place, so you might have a potential to find one of those by accident. Be like searching an old amber and you get that instead. But anyways, we're here at the top. Now remember I said I was keeping Crobat for a reason? We're gonna find out right now. However, we meet Ho-Oh. I've been watching your progress for a while now. Perhaps you persevered my dungeon, and you have grown a lot from the experience, or you have beaten it with but a smidgen of effort. Either way the wind blows for you, feel free to come back and challenge Mount Skylift again. Ho will fly off, and that's that. But what is this right here? HM Fly. Yup, HM Fly is our HM at the end of this dungeon. Now, I will show you how you can use this. So, once we have Fly, let's get out our Crobat here, and let's teach him Fly. So we'll get rid of Astonish, I guess. And Fly is just a one-tile move that you go up like this, and then you can press F to come back down, or it's a specific time it comes back down. But how do you use Fly? Well, in Exbel, if you come right above the Pelipper house, you see these sparkles here, and it says a strong updraft can be felt from here. If you use Fly, you meet the sky. Now there's a bunch of different ways you can go. Down here is a region we haven't been to, and we will get to eventually, but I'm not going to go there yet. This is another region we haven't been to yet, but we will get to. However, if you go north of the Tanren, oop, I didn't say that. But if you go north of the Exbel flying spot and come here, well, you land at Snowbasin Town. And you can land right in Snowbasin and just go down from that way, or you can go that way. So yes, now that you have Fly, you have an easier access to Winden, meaning once you beat Mount Skylift and get Fly, guess what? You don't have to do, you don't have to have Rock Smash, or, yeah, you wouldn't have to have Rock Smash or Cut to get to Winden anymore. All you have to do is fly from Exbel to, Winden. And I will say this now, you do not have to be your Fly Pokemon. Once you use Fly, you can perfectly walk over to any one of the places you want to go to and do that. And I think that's about all I have to cover for Skylift and HM Fly. And I'll say this now, unfortunately you cannot fly from Exbel all the way to Skylift, so yeah. Anyways, that's going to be it for this video, and by the way, we are going to go to a dungeon called Pitch Black Abyss, or PBA, next. And what this dungeon has for you is, it's just kind of a gimmick dungeon, but it's also fun at the same time. So, I will meet you guys back there, and I'll say right now, before we go there, any one of the 3 paths that you use to get to Skylift, you can use again. But you will have to have Rock Smash, so make sure you have your HM sleeve, but make sure Rock Smash is also there. I will meet you guys back towards the Skylift entrance, because it's pretty much going to be the same exact path, except taking one little minor detour. So, either way, I will meet you guys in the next video when we do Pitch Black Abyss. So I will see you guys then. And also, I will probably be doing a lot of training after doing the Pitch Black Abyss video. Anyways, see you guys next time.